PUB is investigating if construction works were to blame for the flood at the Pasir Ris Tampines Junction, whether these had tampered with drains or obstructed the drainage flow of stormwater, because the area is not low-lying or a flood hotspot.
Several people were caught up in that incident. One was taken to hospital and 5 more were rescued by SCDF officers. SCDF said 25 others managed to evacuate their vehicles before officers arrived. About 13 vehicles were stranded at the junction as well.
Heavy rains this morning causing major traffic jams in other parts of Singapore, with authorities warning of flood risks. As this senior transport correspondent shares what to do if you have to drive amid heavy rain and possible floods.
If you find yourself in a situation where you have no choice but to carry on driving, I think it's best to gauge the depth of the water. If the curb is submerged, I think it's best that you either stop or you find a detour. If the curb is not submerged, then it's fairly safe to go ahead. When you drive, have a steady throttle. That means keep your foot steadily on the throttle at a steady, pressure, not on and off, not braking all the time, because this will cause the water to surge back and forth, and then you might have turbulence, and then water will get more chances of water getting into the car. So keep a steady throttle, go slow, of course, in a low gear, and if you can follow a heavier, taller, bigger vehicle, that will, keep you safe and not so that you won't veer into an unintended path. In the event that your car actually stalls, I think the best thing is to just, not try and restart the engine. The reason why it stalls, the probability is the water had gotten into the engine. And if you try to restart it, it might cause further damage. So the thing to do would be just to switch on your hazard lights, leave the vehicle and go to a higher spot in case, in the event that the water keeps rising. I think it's best to leave the car. There's no point staying in the car. And there's also, if you stay in the car for too long, there is also the added risk of other vehicles, colliding with you, and then you being in the car, it's not a good thing. Leave the car and go to a higher ground. You may get wet a little bit, but it's a safety. You're in a safer situation if you leave the car.